High and Dry by Radiohead. Very simple tune, 3 chords repeated over and over again, but some really nice variations in melody over top that. And the arrangement is pretty straight ahead. The solo has some tricky stretches, and the chorus has a few slightly tricky things too that you can kind of work around. So starting out, the very beginning of it, the song itself, the recorded version that Radiohead did, has sort of big acoustic strums. I'm alluding to that just with a single note. Like that. Okay, but you want to get that same rhythm that they're getting. And starting the even quarters on the bass after that. Then starting the first vocal melody. And I'm really just playing the single note melody here. I add a little bit more harmony later on, but just a little bit. And here you really want to match the vocal line as much as you can. I'm using some hammer-ons to that effect, which helps make things a little smoother. That's a personal choice. You can do that, or you can do all picking. So, for instance, a few hammer-ons and pull-offs in there, or you can pick through everything. Pretty often I do is kind of fill sort of a C over G almost after every vocal line, something like this. Okay, just going through the whole vocal line. Okay, and it changes a little bit each time. It would help to listen to the original recording and really try to match the vocal. Be aware of the words that are being said, being spoken, being sung. Okay, then same chords, but now this the chorus is a little tricky. So starting out. So I'm sliding out there and completing this A minor ninth. Sliding up the same note again, and now over the open G and B strings. And here's the tricky part. And I'm using my index on the low E string here. You could also do a bar chord. That might be easier. And then you have to switch positions then to be able to get this. So that's the one tricky thing to do. Again. Switch, or what I did. So that's the first one. And the end of the chorus. Okay, now we're going to echo the intro, just an octave down. Just adding that little riff, which is hammer-ons and pull-offs, but you could also pick through it if you want to. Do that twice. And then the second verse, still in the same lower octave. You have to watch your articulation here, because it's a low melody. I usually move my hand a little closer to the bridge to get a bit more treble out of it. And watch your open strings. Make sure the melody speaks out above the bass note, even though they're very close on the guitar. Okay, then jumping up an octave, just like the first verse. Basically the same vocal line with small variations. Second chorus exactly like the first. Then after the chorus, going to this little guitar solo. Same bass movement, still just the A minor, C, G. And now you're doing this repeating figure over it. And you have to adjust for different chords, and there's a little stretch in here. that's the most difficult part there, and there's a couple different ways you can do it. So the first part. That's usually what I do. Like that. So a little tricky. You just have to have that open G string, keep it ringing while you switch. Like that. So you could also do it, just do the single note on the top of the string. And still would get across the idea of it. Still have the same melody but without the harmony, like this. Or there's a lot of different ways you could finger that. You do that twice, and then there's like kind of a half of a verse. He just repeats, "Now what's the best thing that you've ever had?" Yeah. Very quiet lay. Then last chorus, same as the previous two. And at the end, it's like that. A very simple end at the end of that chorus. So I hope this is useful to you. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments, and thanks for watching.